Hey, Rula, thanks for joining me today to talk about you and your business. We've had some fun conversations so far, so excited to share that with the wider audience. So, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got your business started?
Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be with you today. I'm an executive coach and a team coach. I built my Fingerprint Leadership organization here in North America a few years ago when we immigrated as a family from Middle East to here. So I used to have my own business back home, and when I came here, so I found that that's a great opportunity to restart something, maybe with all the knowledge and luggage that I have in the past, and kick off something new here. And at Fingerprint Leadership, what we do mainly training, coaching, consultancy, and mainly that to support executives and their teams feeling less pressured, more present, more aligned as a team, and being able to navigate the change with success and to have it sustainable.
That's really cool. So, you had a business and then you immigrated and then you like restarted a very similar business. Like, what was that process like? Did you find it a lot easier to start a business when you finished your immigration? Like, tell us a little bit about that. I'm curious.
It's a little bit complicated, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy, yet it's not impossible. So when we immigrated, like I used to have, yes, my business back home, and it was mainly about team building, coaching and training, and consultancy. And when we came here, like knowing no one, starting everything from scratch, I would say networking, going out, let people know about who I am, what I'm bringing to the table, and the uniqueness. That took some time because I was lost here. Lots of things. It's a diverse space and another kind of doing things and another way of thinking. The mentality is different. The culture is different. So everything is different. And it was so huge. And naming my company Fingerprint Leadership, there is a story behind that. It's about me that I lost myself when we immigrated, and knowing that in my hometown, I was among the top 100 women entrepreneur. I used to have my own TV show. I used to being very well mastering what I'm doing. Coming here, I'm no one. So it took me some time to find out how to be different than others, yet adapting to the market. So I leaned on my strengths that are my uniqueness. And when I thought about uniqueness, I thought about fingerprint. So it's about my own fingerprint that I will be bringing to the space. How about each leader? They do have their uniqueness also and their fingerprints. And this is when I called my company here Fingerprint Leadership.
Like that. Everybody does have their own uniqueness, their own fingerprint on the
Correct.
organization, which I think you explaining that kind of really ties your company and your philosophy together. What about your coaching is unique? How do you differentiate yourself?
By different ways, I will say, and from different perspectives, coming to this space, bringing a global way and experience from the Middle East, from Europe, and from Africa. So it was so enriching for people that they want to grow globally. And especially now after COVID, we're more into this global and how we can get this global mindset, being like speaking three languages, the English, French, and Arabic. So also it's something different, bringing my own experience, culture, and knowledge, values, all that to that space also is part of this uniqueness also.
So that's really cool. So you target companies, executives that are trying to expand globally, or do you have clients that are global? I know you mentioned you still have clients in the Middle East and Europe and whatnot. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I target like executives in transition mainly, and that they want to see something outside their own box. So this shift of mindset where they can grow and have navigating a transition in a way that is Sometimes in transition, we lose confidence, as it happened to me. Having a position, moving to an executive or senior executive position, or being a first time CEO, first time VP, first time C suite level might create some uncomfortable space and less of confidence. This imposter syndrome will come back again. So yeah, I'll be helping them and sharing with them what other cultures maybe or globally we experience.
Yeah, I could see that being super helpful for somebody new in the seat and, essentially trying to expand into a different, global area and being able to understand those cultures is definitely super important. Can you tell us a little bit about how you tactically run your business? Do you have a team? Is it just you? Are you using some tools to grow your business? Tell us a little bit about that.
I don't have a team on my payroll. However, I partner with other freelancers whenever it's needed. I do have virtual assistants that I work with, and I do have this new AI thing. Like, this year was a change maker for me since I integrated lots of automation tools, CRMs, and so on. So it was really fun.
Tell us a little bit about what are your couple of your must-haves now that you have moved into automating and using AI? Like, is there something that you implemented this year that you can't live without anymore?
Mainly the hectic things of doing like the day-to-day issues, like sending an email from here, following up with a client from there, or checking for what's happening. All that went into this automation and the CRM that I'm using, like what we were discussing together offline. It's really helpful. And the support, honestly, the support that I had from this specific person was so helpful, because at the end of the day, I'm an entrepreneur. I need to work on how to develop my business, how to be present with my client, and working with them to give them the best value. I had the support, and this is what was needed for me. So kind of different kind of supports that I integrated into my system to have it more enjoyable to work. Yeah.
Hmm. I like it. So you have a team of contractors, virtual assistants, you've got your tools. When you are getting your clients and working with your clients, is it typically like one-on-one in groups? Tell us a little bit about that.
For now, it's like the one on one. And for the future, it will be about building this community. Like, I work very well with group and team coaches as a group coaching and team coaching, but the community of executives and leaders. So, is very important for me, because I believe that in collaboration we can give much more, and to tackle and to take the best of this collective intelligence when we are part of a community will help leaders and executives specifically, because as much as they grow in the hierarchy, it's more about the silos. So having a space where they can feel safe sharing with others and growing together is my aim for the next level.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, Rula, you work with all these executives and you're seeing, what they're dealing with. Obviously, you're running your own business as well. Are there any particular trends that you're seeing that are either interesting from an opportunity perspective or worrying to you? Like, what are some of the big emerging trends that you're seeing, and how do you think that's going to affect not only your business but the wider business world?
Definitely, AI is one of these trends, and we cannot ignore it. We cannot say, like, I don't like it, I will put it aside, I will ignore it. As if you're telling me that if someone will say that about the AI, I will tell them as if you're telling me that I would love to get on a horse to move from a country to another instead of taking a plane or having the car to ride a car. It's now. So it's not something that I can ignore or I can put it aside. So this trend that I'm feeling, sometimes it's not easy to embrace it, to learn it, to work with it. However, it's very important to challenge yourself, learn something new, and hop on the wave. Otherwise, you will feel that you're behind.
Yeah, that's obviously AI is the big thing that's kind of disrupting the entire world right now. I wonder when you think about AI and how to leverage it, is that something you're talking with your executives? What's some of the feedback you're hearing about how they're trying to implement it? Like, what are some of the issues? What are some of the, you know, uh, cool, really like great opportunities? I'd love to hear a little bit about that.
Definitely, it's something like on the table. So, and it's challenging, disrupting everyone. And this is where we need to find a way how to help leaders and executives be able to support their team's mindset, because some of them they are resisting, and which is normal. We Lots of people will resist to any change because it's difficult. You're asking them go out of your comfort zone, and them also as executives, they are focusing on how to perform better, how to be able to grow and to bring more business or whatever. At the same time, this disruption is here impacting them because they need to do extra effort to learn about it and to find out what might be blocking them from moving forward and how AI can help them to facilitate some tasks. And instead of, you don't know what you don't know, but you're afraid from what you don't know. So usually knowing what's there will help them to understand and to use the best of it and to remove what they don't want. So it's these things that I work with my executives also and teams to navigate this stress behind, maybe, or the imposter syndrome or the barrier that's stopping them from being more productive and more performing, especially with this AI thing.
So you said something there that stood out to me, as a consultant, change management is always, 95% of the people don't want to change anything. And then, the people at the top want to make the change because they're looking at, return on investment and profitability and things like that. How do you navigate like change management, either when it comes to your coaching or like helping your executives manage it within their teams? Do you have an approach? Is there like a philosophy that you have when you're helping people change? Tell us a little bit about that.
So that's a great question because it's not like one recipe fits everyone. I will be meeting them where they are. What's exactly their concern? Is it a fear? Is it a capacity? Is it a motivation or an opportunity? So, where they are with this change, what's happening exactly? Going to the roots and finding out then what will be helpful for them. And maybe it's a character thing that they don't like the change. Some of them will be jumping and will be going into that change. So, in a team, when you have people with and people against, it will create kind of misalignment and a double disturbance space because already the change is disturbing and they will have inside also other kind of disturbance. Sometimes they will be losing the trust, especially if the information is not clear what's happening. And in these days, we're lacking of clarity because even the top of the hierarchy, sometimes they don't have the answers for everything. So, how to be resilient or what kind of muscle do we need to have for us to be able to navigate the change? And accepting, honoring people that they are resisting, just check how can we support them, especially as an executive having their teams also working with them.
That's a really interesting. I like, there's not a single recipe for everybody. And yeah, you said a lot of interesting things there. What What is more difficult to deal with in your perspective? Is it somebody who is resistant to change or somebody who just always wants to change and can't stick on a given path? Do you see that as, I sometimes see that as like two opposite ends of the difficulty spectrum, but tell me a little bit about what you think about that.
I love this question. And look, I would say nothing can happen to the person unless they choose to do something about it. So when I first came to Canada, I had the choice either going into like this depression and finding that nothing is working, or I will say I will go into choosing to move forward and overcome barriers and challenges and building something new. So I believe that it's about the person. If they are resisting, definitely they are like, there is a reason. If they don't want to do anything behind that reason, I cannot do anything for them. So it's really about them. And I'm so clear with that because it's a waste of time for me and for them and waste of money. So I don't want them to waste money on something if they don't want to improve. So either they will accept the support and choose to move forward, even if it's difficult, or they will say, that's fine. It's not for me. And that's fine. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's their choice. So I find answering your question, resisting people that they don't want to change, that they are not willing to do the effort and to change, these are definitely uncoachable and I can't do anything with them.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Rula, so when you have clients and they are listening to you and not, resisting change or being difficult, what are some of the ways you measure success with your clients? Like, how do you either quantify it or, see whether you were successful or not?
They are responsible, so they are adult. They know, like, they are accountable towards their own future. So if I'm here with them, it's not about me, it's about them. My role is to create the safe space for them to be here and finding out if they are ready to move forward. So I'll be provoking their thoughts, I'll be challenging their perspective, I'll be here for them, partnering with them, but I cannot do the job.
Hmm.
So they need to do the job. And I'll be here to support in every step. But if they have this dissatisfaction and they have the vision where they want to be, however, they don't have the willingness to move from this pain to the pleasure, I can't do anything. So, and I will be so transparent with them, telling them that it's really about you. And I'm here to support you, to partner with you, to find out how together we can help you achieve your own goal.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So they can't be successful without themselves and you're just there to facilitate it. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. Which means, like, in another word, you can have the best iPhone and the latest trend. And if you don't know using how to use the features and just calling, so as if you don't have anything. So it's about you to go to ask, to check, to find. But the iPhone is here, lots of features inside that, and you will be working with it.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that. I like that analogy. So, Rula, where do you want to see yourself in the this time next year? Where do you want to see yourself, you and your business?
Definitely in a stage where I'll be more focused on community and group coaching and creating this community for executives. It's meaningful for me. I need it. So I need to focus on that for the next period of time.
Okay. To get to that where you have a community built out, have you already started that? Do you have your plans in place? Like, what's kind of the path to get there? Do you have that all mapped out?
Yeah, I already started, and I'm in a phase connecting dots much more than creating. It's there, just like finding how things will be, uh,
Hmm.
yeah, landing.
Got it. If you had a magic wand to like fix anything or remove any obstacle in getting to your goal, like what would that be?
That's a good one. It's mainly the energy.
Tell me about that.
My energy in a way, maybe to find out, like, to keep moving forward with this fast pace that I'm having now. Like, sometimes you feel that you're tired or you want just to let go everything and just focus on resting. So maybe giving the permission to myself to rest and then kick off and move forward, maybe quickly or with more clarity, but it's mainly about the energy to keep focusing and moving forward.
I like that. That is a good thing to use a magic wand on. Be able to like rest, reset, and then stay focused. Yeah, that's great. I like that. Nobody's ever said that before, so I'm glad you shared that.
What are the different answers that you got?
Oh, usually it's like, oh, I want marketing to get fixed, or I want more clients. I want this system to be set up. Those.
You know, with this short time that I built my company in a new world, I'm doing great. So I'm happy about that. I don't want to nag because the way that it was done, it was really so impactful. So I'm happy about it because people that they are accepting and willing to work on themselves. And I'm so transparent. Like if they don't want, it's fine. I'm not missing out. So, and this is something so powerful for me.
I like that. I think you're in a great position to give advice, not only because you coach C-suite execs, but also because you moved your business essentially from one country to another. Can you give any advice to coaches or consultants that are maybe thinking about starting their own business? What advice would you have for those folks?
Wow, I do have lots of them. If I will give them one, like be courageous enough to try new things, to learn new things, and collaborate with others because together we're stronger. We can do much more when we are in this space together. We're not competing, we're collaborating. And this is where I will go back to our fingerprint because each one of us is unique. So use this uniqueness to grow. Instead of wasting your energy to compete with others, use your energy how together we will be helping the world to change one person or one team at a time.
Wow, I really like that. That was very motivational. And philosophically, I totally agree with you. It's way better to collaborate than to compete. So thank you for sharing that. Rula, if anybody wants to look up you or your company, what's the best way for them to find you?
On LinkedIn, definitely Roula Eid, and my website www.fingerprint-leadership.com. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to support.
Amazing. Rula, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking
Thank
to you
you.
today. And best of luck on your next year.
Thank you so much, and all the best for you also.
Thank you.